Hello, welcome to Paranormal Path Peeps with Lisa Jane Holman. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Hey,
Good.
we've got somebody here early.
Oh, have we? Oh,
Hey,
there's surprise.
there's
Hi, Corinne.
Sharon's a bit keen. How are
Oh,
you
she's always
doing?
very keen, bless her.
Bless you. Not even managed to share it out. Everything's gone so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's smiling. Yay.
Cheeky. You told me I'm not
Hey,
allowed to swear. You're
Nicola.
swearing.
Hi,
Hi,
lover. Hi,
Lola.
Nigel. Hope everyone's well. Well, I've had a fantastic 2 weeks, and I'm sorry that I haven't been able to podcast, but been touring sunny Scotland. I think for once in my life, it has been sunny. And yeah, absolutely stunning. So, a big shout out to Phantom Seekers Paranormal, Highland Paranormal, and Lois Haddo for all your hospitality. Cheers, everyone. Anyway, we're talking to Lisa tonight. And we always start off by sort of asking about your journey. So basically, your first step into the paranormal. So
Okay,
when was the
so
first time something happened? Or
I've always believed in the paranormal from living in an old Victorian home, growing up, and bumps and things in the night and shadow figures and things. I've always had an inkling that there's something more there. But I didn't really investigate it until about 12, 13 years ago, I think it was. And then I started, I suppose, where most people start, you go with event companies and then you make lots of friends in the paranormal and then you start going out investigating privately. And then, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I joined the Jamaican paranormal team. So I go
that's
down there and I
incredible.
help, run the events and show people what it's all about.
So when you sort of getting the bumps in the night and everything, did it worry you? Was it just normal?
Um, I suppose to us it was just normal. Us three girls, we didn't really know any different. To us, there's a door that was used to open and close. We used to call it George the Ghost. So it never scared us. I think it's just a child's curiosity more than anything. Especially if like there's a new noise or something.
Right.
And it's a very old house, creaky floorboards, rattling central heating system. So, was any of it paranormal? I really don't know. I'd love to go back and investigate, but I don't think the current residents would be very happy me knocking on the door saying, "Can I come and investigate your home, please?"
Yeah, good
So,
point.
yeah.
Interesting though.
But I might try it one day next time I'm down Devon and say, "Look, can you let me in?" I promise I'll
Oh, bless
behave.
you. So do you think it's the property or the land or the whole package?
I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting to research the land, what was there beforehand. And because I do think that, just because the property is haunted, does it come from the property? Does it come from the land? People will
Yeah.
go to because I live near Bath, so people go to Sally in the Woods and they claim that that's haunted. Um,
Right.
so that's the land. So is what haunts it? There's so many different reports.
Yeah.
There's been a murder or a hermit or something. I think I've heard. So there's lots of different reports for that area as well. So yeah.
Wow, fascinating. And from there, the Jamaica paranormal team.
I know.
Wow,
I know. I know. I absolutely love it.
incredible.
That is my second home. When I walk through the door, I think, oh, I'm home. It's just absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it there. I do.
There's
And our spirits are all very friendly and, a couple of them are very cheeky as well. And they like, to squeeze bottoms and things. So yeah, it's brilliant. I love it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about that building. You don't even have to be involved in the paranormal.
I know. I
It's
know.
iconic.
Yeah, it is a very iconic building, definitely. And the thing is, when you're going down, you've gone past Launceston, you're heading towards Bodmin, and then if the mist hasn't rolled in, you can see the Jamaica Inn on the hill So
Yeah,
yeah, it's very iconic building. It is. Yeah.
especially if it's foggy.
Oh yeah, I love it when you turn up and it's nice sunshine and you look out about an hour later and the mist has rolled in and the wind's
Oh,
battering the windows and the rain's come down. It's amazing, so atmospheric. And the weather changes so quickly there as well. It does.
I think
Yeah.
we've got a question.
Have you got a question?
When was the last time you screamed?
Um, that would probably be when I was investigating with you, Corinne, funnily enough. I can't remember which one, because pretty much most of them you make me scream, or in the car on the way to the investigation currently. Yes, so yeah. She's very naughty, as everyone who knows Corinne knows how naughty she can be.
Yeah, I'm going to an investigation. I think you'll be there next year, about
Oh,
February time. So it'd be
that'd be
great to
nice.
investigate with Karen finally. And
Just just
yes,
just a word of warning, when you walk into a room, get your torch and go in all the corners and behind the doors and clock where she is first, so you know you're safe. Okay, because she's
right,
very good at
okay.
making people jump, and nothing is off limits when we're investigating, you know. So
It adds to the energy, though, doesn't it?
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can get definitely after, someone's had a good old scream.
Yay!
Yeah, when you had a good old scream, and it does raise the energy, definitely. You do
Oh,
seem
that's
to get more
brilliant.
happen afterwards. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
because you're on edge and you're more susceptible, or if the spirit's all, oh, that was fun, let's do it again,
yeah, but it's an alternative way of starting, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
it
know,
definitely
it's
is.
unique.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that.
You've got the standard walking into the room. Hello, I'm
Hello.
Jacqueline.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah. Or
So this is a different approach.
it is, yeah, definitely. Yeah. But the amount of heart attacks she's nearly given me, I've really lost count, so
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah.
So, what apart from the location, the age, makes a Jamaica Inn so special?
I think it's just the atmosphere, and the staff are all just so lovely, and the team are great, and I think it's just everything. There's
Yeah,
nothing negative there. The spirits are all really friendly, and yeah, sometimes we have quiet nights. With any location, you can have a quiet
yeah,
night,
that's
but
right.
we still have a good. We still enjoy ourselves, and the guests enjoy themselves, and we still, we laugh as much as we can with them to raise the energy levels. So yeah, I think it's just everything about it, to be honest with you. It's
Oh,
just,
wow.
yeah, I love it there. I really do.
So, who are the main spirits who come through, though?
So you've got James, who is the son of Captain John Broad, who built the inn, and it was
Wow.
originally built as a dwelling house for farmland. So
Okay.
you've got James Broad. He tends to follow me around, and that is from when I wore my Edwardian dress and had blonde
Mm.
hair then. He's not so keen on me now. My hair's gone grey, but there we go. It's tough. Um, and then you've got Jack. Jack is our most mischievous spirit, and he is the one who likes to squeeze a bottom or two. He's not fussed whether it's male or female. If you're on your own, you might give it a little squeeze. One guest last March actually felt the thumb go into his side where he,
Yeah.
yeah, squeezed it quite firmly. So he must have quite liked that bottom. So yeah, so they are the main ones, James and Jack. And then you've got some female spirits as well. You've got a few children as well, Tommy and Abigail, and yeah, so it's lovely. I remember years ago it's a private investigation, and we at that point we were allowed in the gift shop. We don't do it so much anymore in the gift shop.
Mhm.
And I remember I was doing Grand Old Duke of York with these spirit children going round behind me, going, around the gift shop, which was absolutely amazing, to
That's
be able
brilliant.
to, you know, be given that we can do that. It's amazing. The trust.
Yeah, that is it. And, if you work there so long and they love you being there, don't they, obviously? And you've got the compassion towards them. You can tell
Yeah,
by how you're speaking of them.
yeah. I always make sure when we've got, members of the public or private teams attending, I just say, look, just whatever you're doing, just make sure you introduce yourselves, because at the end of the day, you are in their home, you are their
Yeah,
guests. Just talk to them yes, fair enough. Some people feel rather silly asking out, but we said, you got to, if the more energy you put in, the more you get out of it.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
just sit and chat in general and find out who you've got with you if you've never met them before, and try and make friends, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. We're all in this hobby to learn as much as we can about the afterlife.
That's
So
it.
I think we all need to work together and put our differences behind us and just get on and, try and get definitive answer,
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
Yeah.
Have you had sort of people turn up, skeptics who are rather on the grouchy side, and have the
Yes.
spirits played tricks on them?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do get them, and
Yeah,
you still try to make sure that they have an interesting evening.
yeah, it's hard.
But that they're not going to experience anything, and even if they do, they're not going to believe it anyway.
Hmm.
What is it? The phrase, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah,
So it's kind of that, really. And we do say, just have a good time. Be
yeah,
respectful and just make friends, have a good time, and see what happens. But we do have some skeptics come along, and we do have people who think it's an entertainment evening that we do there,
mm,
but it isn't. We set up experiments in the different areas, and the guests are the investigators, and we just sit back and we give them bits of information. If they get information come through to confirm or deny whether
yeah,
that is actually been reported in the past, because we don't release everything that is reported, because you're implanting a suggestion. So we
that's
like
right.
the people to experience it for themselves. And a if we get the report happening for a year, maybe 2 years, lots of different people, skeptics, believers, mediums, all, the whole range, if they're all experiencing the same um, event, then we may release it to the public and say, is this what's been happening recently?
Yeah,
And then we try and build on it, and that's what we do with our guests. They're the investigators. We don't get involved in any experiments. We just set them up, advise them, and sit back, and we're just there for information. If they need it, we just let them get on with it.
yeah,
So
that's
they are the
great.
investigators. It is a proper paranormal investigation. It isn't entertainment, you know.
That
So
is the best way. It really is.
it is, yeah, especially if you're new to the paranormal, and it can be an absolute minefield. There's so many um teams out there, and they are basically in it, for the money. They can be a bit
Mm,
disrespectful. So just it's just trying to show them a different way,
yeah,
of how we feel you should try and speak to spirits.
yeah,
When I pass, I certainly want someone turn up at my house and go, "Hey, come here, push this, throw that, talk to me, touch that." No,
yeah,
talk to me like I'm still alive. Talk to me
yeah,
with respect. And then I might talk to you, but I probably wouldn't, to be fair. you know.
yeah. That's it. I always feel that the way is up. Like,
Yeah.
you get into a location and they're like standing back thinking, oh no, what we got tonight?
Yeah.
And if you know
Yeah.
sort of the area, it helps, doesn't it?
It
Like,
does. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and if you can get guests, we always say, try and get along, and just have a good time. And if they
yeah,
do, they're going to get more happy. We know they will, because we know what
yeah,
spirits are like. And some of us can pick up on the energy of certain spirits. We know the spirits around, but if they're sat there with a face like a wet fish, we know nothing's going to happen. But you can't keep saying the same thing over and over again with them. So
that's
there's not
right.
much you can do in that sense.
That's right. And the host, as a host, you can just do so much, can't you? And
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, you can.
stuff
I
is
know. I know. At break time, I've spoken so much. My mouth is like Gandhi's flip flop, and I'm dying for a drink. You get really dry mouth from talking so much.
yeah, you can as well, especially if it's quiet. I don't personally want to do table tipping,
Mm.
but sometimes it breaks the ice a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. And I mean, we have got lots of bits of kit that will light up and flash and
Oh
things.
yeah.
And sometimes they might do something. Generally, it might be that there's a car going past and it's, the radio's interfered with some of the bits of kit, and we try to explain it,
All right.
explain it to them. So, it might not be paranormal. Let's keep trying and see if we can get intelligent conversation through the bits of kit. But it gives you
Yeah,
something
that's
nice to
right.
look at when it's dark, so there is
Well,
that.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think that was like when I first started going on the events, nothing really happened. You're in a cold, dark room.
Yeah.
It was nice to get in somewhere without tourists walking in and out.
Yeah.
But apart from that, you weren't getting anything apart from a flashing light. Thought, wow,
Hey!
that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you get cat balls.
Yeah, you get cat balls. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like a little mini disco on the floor, isn't it, with a cat ball? Love it.
yeah, that's right. But yeah, and it is great to see people's faces. It's great to see people get information and everything.
Yeah, it
And
is. And I
yeah,
love it when you've got what we all call, I suppose we all call newbies, don't we? People who
yes,
aren't very experienced or might be on their first ever investigation. They're all very, very nervous
something.
and at dinner and don't know what to expect. And then when something happens, the look of sheer joy on their face.
Yeah,
And it reminds me of what I was like when I first started, and I absolutely love it. It
yeah, that's
really it's
brilliant.
lovely. It is. They're like, oh wow, this happened.
Yeah,
It's really, really lovely. I do enjoy it.
yeah, you sort of get so many on the fence, or you get the skeptics. But then, if something does happen, it's
Yeah,
like, wow.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
incredible.
love it. I do. And we get people that will come back year on year. So
Yeah, that's
and that's
right.
nice. And then they become friends because we recognise them. And
Yeah,
yeah, so it's lovely. It is.
that's
It's yeah,
brilliant.
amazing place.
So you do the old vicarage as well?
Yep, the old vicarage in Bridgewater. Yeah, me and Corinne handle that for Candy as well. And we're actually there 2 nights next month. Yeah, 2 nights next
Oh,
month we're at the old
fantastic.
vicarage. Yeah, and it's quite a higgledy-piggledy building because it used to be 5 houses that has
Wow.
been knocked into one hotel. So it's the second oldest surviving building in Bridgewater. The oldest building is the church directly opposite.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay.
So so you've got some rooms are one side, and you've got to come down the stairs, go through the dining room to go up another set of stairs, and yes, it's kind of like it's all over the place. So when we say to people, right, you're investigating 2, 3, and 4, and you're over that side, and you're doing these, and you're there, most people expect room 5 to be next to room 4. It's not. It's the other end of the hotel because
Wow.
the way the layout is. Yeah, but that's a really old building, and yeah, that's an interesting one as well. I'm very
There you
lucky.
go. You got your
I've got the
history right.
secret. Woohoo!
Yay!
Don't ask me when
Be in
it was
trouble
built.
if
I
you
have no
didn't.
clue.
Bless you. And it
Yeah,
sounds like it's great for minimising the noise contamination
it is.
when you
Yes,
split the
because
groups out.
we booked the whole hotel, so it's the whole hotel. There's no one else there
Ah,
after 10,
okay.
10:30. I want a medal, Corinne, okay? Because I got it right. Proper medal, not a gold color, not gold coin would be fine. Yes, we booked the whole hotel, so we'll start the evening, we'll have a meal, and then we'll start investigating. Then by about 10, 10:30, all the revelers have gone home, the bar is closed, and we have the whole hotel to ourselves. Candy goes home, all the staff go home, so it's just us investigators until whatever time we decide we want to go to bed, which is really
Yay.
nice, really, really nice.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
slice
can have
of
a slice of
melon.
melon. Can I dip it in chocolate?
Wow. Not in vodka or gin.
Oh yeah, a bit of rum top, lovely.
Melons. Yeah, just soak that in some alcohol. Be all right.
Mm.
Yeah, I like fruit if it's been in alcohol.
You try grapes and alcohol because the skin keeps all the alcohol inside. So when you bite into it, it's like biting into, well, alcohol basically
Very,
because the fruit
yeah,
loses its flavour. It's just alcohol. That's amazing.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
learnt that. It's not the drink; it's the fruit you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what other locations have you been to?
The Talbot Hotel in Oundle, because you're
Right,
coming next year, aren't you? So I'll
I'm
be there.
going. Yeah, finally.
Yeah. So
I didn't realise until sometime this year. I went to, I think it's Norwood House, which is nearby,
mm,
and through going there, I thought, oh, right near Oundle. So I thought, oh
yeah,
my gosh, what a place!
yeah, it is such a beautiful building.
Well, no, the whole area.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you've
Oundle in
got the
itself. Yeah, when you
school,
look at the architecture,
school and the build. Wow,
yeah, yeah, it's
incredible.
beautiful. And the school, so you've got the hotel if you go further around, so you're going towards the car park for the hotel, which is like it's around the back and down a little lane. They've got the school there.
That's
That's just beautiful
gorgeous.
for a school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
See, when
yeah.
when I parked there, I drove in that way, and the school was either side, and they got a presentation night or something. So
Oh,
they're all
okay.
dressed up, and they were going there. And then you just walk down, thinking, "Where is it?" And then there's the pub, and wow.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It is. Did you go inside?
Oh gosh, yeah, I had
Oh,
to.
good.
I didn't have long, just a quick coffee,
Yeah,
and I got talking to the staff and asked them if they had any things happen.
yeah,
And they're so keen to show you the
yeah,
history that they've got around. They've got pictures up, haven't they? And
yeah,
different
yeah,
things about the history of the place. And that's wonderful as well, isn't it?
yeah. Did were they able to show you the graffiti on the glass? If there's opposite one of the
No,
bedrooms, so if someone's in that bedroom, they
no.
can't take you up there. So someone, I can't remember what year it is. Corinne will remember because she remembers random things like this. Someone has, I don't know, from a few hundred years ago, they have etched in the glass like that they love someone, and it's like graffiti
Oh,
going back a few hundred years, and
wow.
you just want to touch it and be transported back. Yeah,
Wow. You just
beautiful
wonder what
building.
happened with them, don't you?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
when you think about whether it's children doing that or something, teens
yeah.
or whatever.
Oh, there you go.
Um,
The old stable, 1700s, from a stable lad who is from Ireland. I told you you'd remember.
wow,
Yeah.
incredible. But also, when you go up the stairs, there's function room,
Yes, there
and
is.
there's
Yeah,
something in
Westgate
there
Street.
as well because the staff showed me to that room.
Yeah, I've seen something in there. What did you see in there out of interest?
Yeah, I can't remember.
You can't remember?
But
Okay.
no, there's something up there. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
but
there is
yeah.
in there. I've seen something in there, and then in, I suppose, what you turn the newer part where they've got like the little extension near the restaurant. I've seen something
Hmm.
further back, so in the older part that's links to the new part in there. And then in the no, so that's the Whitwell suite upstairs, and then you've got the Westgate suite, which is on Drummer Lane, which is a separate building from the hotel. So I've
Okay.
seen stuff in there. So when we are there in February, you will get to investigate all of those areas, which will be amazing. It'll be interesting
Yes.
to see what everyone picks up. Definitely, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've got great medium coming with me as well, who I used to volunteer with at Derby Jail. So we
Oh,
we sort of get together a bit, so can see what we can pick up, and
no,
it should
that'd be
be
interesting.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that, definitely.
Yeah, can't
I
wait.
am.
Yeah, because I was hoping it's this year, but now I've got my dog sorted and everything. So yeah,
Yeah,
he's on his
yeah,
holidays. So
yeah.
what
No,
counts?
it'd be something nice to look forward to. Hopefully, the weather will start to get a little bit warmer by then as well. So,
February.
well, it might do. You can hope. We can all live in
Maybe
hope.
snow, isn't it?
No, no, no. It's going to be bikini weather. I've told it.
Eee. Well, it's nearly bikini weather in Scotland at 20 degrees.
Really? Oh my
That was a bit
word.
freaky. Yeah.
Whenever I've been to Scotland, it's been blowing a hoolie. It
Wet
has.
and precipitating, basically. Full
Mm,
force. But yeah, no, I got away with it for 2 weeks. It's really good weather.
that's really good,
Apart
especially
from
when you're
like the odd
camping.
night.
Yeah.
Ah, absolutely awesome, Robbie. Yeah. I loved it. But yeah, 4 locations and
Yeah.
yeah, got oot and a boot, as
Who's the
Phantom
boot?
Seekers say. But yeah, oh, it's cold today. You see, brought it with me. That's it. It's because I've left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Beverly. This is the lady I was thinking of.
Oh, Bev, yeah, bless her,
Yeah,
love her to bits.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, try to think of your name, Beverly. 'Cause you do sort of hotels and paranormal evenings.
Yeah, she does a lot down
Yeah,
in Coombe, bless her, and around that area.
yeah,
So
that's
she's doing
it.
really well. Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. But that's the thing. Like, if you can help, you're sort of helping the sort of paranormal community, but also you're helping the heritage
Yeah.
of a building, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're keeping
definitely.
it
And the thing is,
going.
if you can, and the thing is, at the moment, a lot of hospitality are really struggling, trying to keep the doors open, basically, because there's not enough money to go around at the moment.
No,
So
I've
by
lived.
opening up for paranormal hire, they make a little bit of money, and it
Yeah,
doesn't impact on the running of the hotel or the pub or whatever venue they have.
yeah,
So
that's
being able
right.
to advise these venues, it's really good. It is.
Because I
Yeah.
heard on the news again about loads of pubs closing
Yeah.
again, and
Yeah.
like I had a pub in 2006, 2010, and they're closing the doors then.
Yeah.
There's so many closed down, and it's so sad to see, isn't it?
It is. It's the pub is kind of like a British institution, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it
You
is.
know, we
Yeah,
used to, I remember as a child, Christmas Eve, we used to go to the pub, not
yeah,
late, obviously, but we used
yeah,
to go to the pub and then walk home and listen to the carol singers
yeah.
but there isn't so much sense of community anymore, I don't think. I think we've become very insular in our lives. And
It
it's
has changed, and yeah,
it has kind of become survival of the fittest.
oh, it has, and people aren't sort of looking after each other as well, are they?
No, they're not. No, they're
Not
not.
now.
No.
It's a
We
shame.
all we if we get paper money, yeah, yeah. Have you heard about that? The paper mile they're
Uh,
talking about doing at Sleaford
yeah,
Road tracks.
yeah. Carl mentioned it. It's grim, isn't it?
It is. Yes, that's
Everything what seems to be coming out at the moment is just total grim.
yeah, it is. It makes you wonder what the future holds, really. And if they do that, that's going to affect hospitality all over the UK.
That's right.
It is, and it'll
Yeah,
affect people trying to get to work. So are they going to be able to afford to get to work because
yeah,
minimum wage? People are already struggling on the wages
exactly.
they're bringing. And if they've got to pay extra road tax to get to work, where do they stand? Does make
Yeah,
it frightening.
yeah. It's
It is.
certainly going to sort of question what I do. Yeah,
Mm,
but it's you just can't afford to think about it, can you?
no. Well,
It's
fingers
mad.
crossed. They'll think and they'll change their minds and it'll be turned around and it'll stay the way it is. We can
Yeah,
hope. Yeah,
yeah. Because you kind of think things are bad now, but
yeah,
then that,
yeah,
Christ.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
frightening. It is.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because I did about 1,300 miles when I did a 2-week Scotland trip.
I can imagine. Yeah,
So imagine that.
yeah. Nice drive though up. It is. Once you get off the
Oh.
motorway and the motorway goes to like just your carriageway, it's quite nice.
Well,
And
the motorway went all the way up, basically. Well,
yeah,
yeah, motorway, dual carriageway,
yeah,
all the way up to Ayrshire. So,
yeah. You can see
but
the surroundings change as you get into Scotland, can't you? With
yeah, well, it's from
mm,
Cumbria, isn't it?
yeah,
As soon as you get into Cumbria and T-Way services,
mm,
which I love, and
yeah,
then you just carry on, and it's just stunning.
yeah,
Then I seem to spend all the time on the A82 after that,
yeah.
up through Glencoe, which wow.
Yeah.
So if anyone does get a chance to go to Scotland, it is incredible.
It is. I love it up there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I do love it
so
up there.
and yeah, I went to a lot of places with history and also the witches. Everyone mentions the Pendle witches,
Yeah.
But there's some other ones as well who were persecuted.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've actually got photos of sort of some of the areas and went to some of the areas associated with it. So I'm just going to try and put that together.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Lots of
because
research to be done.
everyone mentions Pendle, don't they?
Yeah, there's. I think that's because it's the most well-known and most famous case, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's got to be more witch trials in the UK. That I think maybe we should look into those as well, and why should they be forgotten, sort of thing.
Oh wow, past Robbie's old house.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but I did go to sort of a commemorative thing for the witches. So
Oh,
you
but
know
that was
that was
interesting.
the witch's stone, and you
Ah,
put a penny, just put a penny on, just to commemorate them. Really. Here we go. This is a lady with a history. East Lothian witches, Spot Lane executions. See, Eileen knows it all. She's brilliant. She'd take me to a place and she knew all the history.
oh right.
And she's like Karen, she remembers things, whereas me, it's like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know. I don't know what. Right, I went to these places, but
never find them again.
well, I've got photos of named spots, so that gave me a clue. But yeah, I'm shocking. But
Yeah.
I just can't remember things. So I am going to have a look. Japanese witches were persecuted in the worst way here by a samurai.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So is this an international thing then?
I just assumed. I know it's like
You,
America
you,
and the UK and some places in Europe. I didn't realize it was all over like that. That's interesting.
oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, but it is fascinating where you sort of get a history in one place and then you've got like other areas as well where
Yeah.
it was just the same thing happening, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it
It's sad
is.
in a way that these women were persecuted the way they were.
That's right.
Um, yeah, but it's interesting. I want to do a bit of research now. I probably won't because I'm always far too busy. But I kind of like doing bits of research, and then I get caught down the rabbit warren and forget why I
Yeah.
started and start all over again and never get to the end. But there you go.
Yeah, that's what happened when I started on my book. I
Yeah.
sort of looked into my local church and then it was linking to Newstead. And then I thought, oh, Annesley. And then it just got a bit. Then I actually went into my local church and the memorial I wanted to look at, they put a carpet over it. So I
Oh,
couldn't actually see it. And it's
you should have
like,
just pulled the carpet back when no one was looking.
no, he was there.
Oh,
The vicar was standing
oh,
there.
what's
I don't
that?
know.
And then just put
I
it back
know.
quick.
It's like I went in for the specific reason. Says, "Oh, I've come to see this," and it's like, "Oh, we had permission to put a carpet down. Can
Would
I
they
make
not
you
put
a
it back
witch,
for
Lisa?
you
I'll
just to
drown
take
you."
a photo? See, I told you she's so cheeky. Can I make
I
you a
know.
witch?
She's going to get me a ban now for saying that. Oh, definitely, yeah. I
Yeah,
know, we're shocking, aren't we?
yeah, yeah. We would all be
And
seen as
Ali's not allowed to mention that word either.
hmm.
FB finds the word dead offensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
Wow,
put that on a paranormal page and you might get in trouble. We're
wow.
treating people with herbal medicine. Yeah. Ah, only men with doctors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the plague, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Only
it.
the men were the doctors.
But it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Naughty.
Oh, if any
Oh
information on
gosh, I
oh, that's
bet.
a shame.
Karen, first time for everything. Uh Bless you. The ruin of Hollingshead Hall was shadow seen, then the well house at the back. Many servant girls killed by the squire of the hall. Yee. Wow. That looks an impressive place to go
Yeah,
with a history. Yeah, I'll have to sort of head your way sometimes, Carl. Seems to have some incredible locations around him.
yeah.
That's
Whereabouts is
Bolton
that?
Way.
Bolton.
Ah, yes. An
Um,
author.
yeah,
Yes.
bless her.
Now, this is where part two of the show comes in. So, on that note, well, Lisa, you're an
Mm,
author. Well
I
done.
am. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Yes, I've done
S-
3 books, but I won't discuss one of them.
Oh, okay.
But I can if you want me to.
No, but you have done a book which is a massive personal journey
Yeah.
for you, but
Yeah.
will potentially help others as well.
I certainly hope so. Even if it helps just one person, it was worth the mental anguish that I put myself through to write it. Having to relive things that I'd gone through, and my brain kind of went into self-preservation mode and shut down, and I'd forgotten a lot of it. So I had to ask people, um,
Go on then. Have you
what
got a
happened.
copy?
So yeah, so I've got,
Yay.
yeah, my boob tried to kill me. Yeah, so that's detailing my journey with stage 4 breast cancer. It is, and it was very hard to write. I haven't gone into too much detail in the book how ill I actually was, because
Yeah.
I don't want the book to be about that. It's more to give people who know someone's going through cancer or even a long-term illness, a life-changing illness,
Yeah.
what they may be thinking and feeling and what the treatment actually does to you. So we all know if you go through chemotherapy, you're gonna probably lose your hair and feel a bit crap for about a week and nauseous, and but it's a lot more involved than that. Forgetting about the mental side to it, the physical side. So you're nauseous, you lose a sense of taste, you lose a sense of smell, you get mouth ulcers, thrush,
Yeah.
um, infections, chronic infections where you're hospitalized, and within 10 minutes of being there, you're put on an IV antibiotic drip. And that happened 4 times to me, where I was rushed to hospital with infections.
Wow.
At one point, I was asked to sign a DNR, which I have put in the book, because I just wanted people to realise that it can be so much more than what you realise. And there's
Yeah.
certain things, someone's going through chemotherapy. My daughter did a lot of research, and apparently someone going through chemotherapy shouldn't have cut flowers, and they shouldn't have houseplants near them, because apparently they
Wow.
release something into the air which can cause chest infections, because your immune system is reduced so greatly. um
Mm.
it can be dangerous. I
Yeah.
would go around. I mean, if there's only one time to go through chemotherapy, I was well enough to go looking around the shops, and me and my daughter were wearing masks, and this was coming towards the end of the COVID epidemic,
Mm.
and people were staring at us, and you know what they're thinking? They're thinking, "Oh, look at those sheep still wearing a mask."
Oh, gosh,
They
yeah.
didn't understand everything else that was going on, like health-wise, for me. So, yeah, it was tough, and I wrote the book because I realized that some of my everyday friends,
Oh, God.
they didn't know how to react, so they didn't react. So now they're out of my life. They've
Yeah.
gone because they didn't know how to react. I've got some everyday friends who hung around. Nava's one of them, bless her.
Oh.
She was absolutely fantastic with me going through chemotherapy. She kept in touch with me. She'd bring little chemo care packages,
Oh, bless
with the
you.
chemotherapy and cards and things. And then Corinne took the mick out of me endlessly, which I love.
Yay.
Yeah, and I started a messenger page for my paranormal friends, the ones that I'm closer to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to swear it's called Bean Face Bastard, because the tumor was called Bean because it was the shape side, but roughly large, slightly larger than a broad bean. I don't like broad beans, so that's what I called it.
Oh, wow.
It's just a page to keep all my paranormal friends up to date with what was going on with me, not in great detail. So some of them, until they've read the book, they didn't realize how ill I actually was. Corinne did, because yeah, she phoned me every single day, or I would phone her, or we'd message constantly, just to keep in touch. I know she kept in touch with some of my other paranormal friends to let them know how I'm going, because sometimes I was so ill I couldn't do anything. I just slept 24 hours a day, hooked up
Yeah.
to IV drip in hospital. um
God.
yeah, but so it was, I won't say it was horrendous, it was horrendous, but it was in a way.
Oh,
um
gosh. Yeah.
and looking back, trying to write the book, it was very, very difficult, and I would do a little bit of the hard stuff and then try and find something funny that happened, like Corinne threatening to let go of my wheelchair, and I threatened to put her somewhere where men shouldn't be kicked, let alone women. Yeah, and some guests heard, which is funny, we were laughing.
Yeah.
Because I find insults and inappropriate humour and sarcasm, I find it funny. Um, yeah, but I I have been left with a disability. You've seen me. Jacqueline, I'm now at the wheelchair. I'm not using the old lady granny wheelie walker anymore. I'm on crutches most of the time. I do have a mobility scooter if I need to do like walk for further, because I just can't. I just don't
Yeah.
have the strength or the energy.
Bless you.
So my life has changed. It's changed a lot,
Yeah.
and all the way through, I'm thinking, like, when I get my strength back, when I get back to me, then I go back to the paranormal. But Corinne kind of forced the issue that no, you're doing this. So we ended up going to the Talbot, funnily enough, in Oundle, for a meeting to advise them on how to become a venue for paranormal hire. And if it wasn't for her, because I couldn't get up and down the stairs, I couldn't dress myself, I couldn't stand from sitting, I could barely walk, I couldn't pick a teacup up, I couldn't cut my
Oh,
food.
gosh.
So she had to do all this for me. So if she hadn't have been doing that for me, I wouldn't have been able to return to paranormal when I did. I probably
Oh,
wouldn't be back
bless
now,
you.
if I'm honest,
Yeah.
because to me, I'm not back where I need to be. But because Corinne and a lot of my other paranormal friends, they have been absolutely fantastic and got me. They've shown me that you shouldn't let anything stand in your way, regardless.
Wow.
You know. So yeah, I consider myself very lucky to
Oh,
have
bless
some
you.
wonderful people in my life. You know.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, but I
that's
have
so
done another book,
lovely.
but it's clean, so I can mention it. It's not a naughty book. It's clean.
But
Okay.
how did you discover it though? Because I had a lump. The doctor said it was okay.
Yeah.
Then I had a mammogram, and then I
Yeah.
got a call back. And in my head, it's like, oh, I moved on the mammogram. I'm all right. But then, but then they took a sample and waiting for them results.
Yeah.
Man,
So
it's your head, isn't it? The thoughts in your head.
so for me it was slightly different. So the lump was in a place, I'd had it investigated years ago, and I was told it's just a hormonal cyst. It'll come and go as you get your
Oh,
cycle. And it came up and it didn't go back down. I thought I'll get it looked at a month later. Right, okay, really, it's still there. So I went to the doctors, and all the way I'm thinking, I'm getting to the age, menopause, not quite 50, but getting close.
yeah.
So possibly the menopause, and all the way through, I was thinking it's just hormone imbalance. That's all it is. The whole way through, went to the doctors, they referred me to the hospital, went to the hospital, left my husband in the cafe, and they said, oh, we'll get you booked in for mammogram and an ultrasound. I'm like, okay, so
Mm,
went home,
yeah.
got that appointment, left my husband in the cafe again, went for the mammogram, had the mammogram, went sat back in the waiting room, called through again. I'm thinking, she looks familiar. And she's the one who just done my mammogram, but when my brain just doesn't compute sometimes.
Yeah.
So I went back and they said, oh, we want to do another mammogram. It's going to be in sections, like slices, rather than just one big image.
Oh
I'm
God.
like, oh, okay. In hindsight, you'd think, I wish I'd have said, well, that's not normal. Go and grab my husband before I have the ultrasound done. But I didn't. I just thought they're just being thorough.
Yeah, you you
Because
hide things in your head though. You justify things, don't you?
yeah, and the thing is, because I was saying, I think this is a waste of time. It's just hormonal, but we'll
Yeah,
go through
it's all
the
right.
motions. Because of my age, I get it. There's certain things that you have to do. So I went in for the ultrasound and lying on the bed, and they did the ultrasound, and the woman said, "I'm not going to lie to you. Absolutely right. There is something there. It is cancer. We're going to do a biopsy, and it's in your lymph nodes as well." I'm like,
Ah,
"Oh." Oh,
oh
okay. And
God.
I'm lying there, trying not to become hysterical because they've got this needle thing, that clicky thing to do the biopsy.
Yes, it hurts.
I don't want to move too much. I don't want,
Yeah.
to get the wrong bit. Yeah, so I wish I'd have gone to get my husband because I learnt the news that I had cancer and I was on my own. And then I had to get dressed, and she said, have you come on your own? I said, no, my husband's in the cafe because I thought it's hormonal. And she said, well, if you want, I can see if your surgeon is free because it makes the whole process easy if you meet your surgeon. Now I'm like, okay, fine, we'll wait. So I went and
Wow.
grabbed my husband. He said, all okay. And he was busy working because he worked like in sales. So he was just on his laptop working on the phone. And I went out there and I'm trying to, be stiff upper lip, British upper lip. And he said,
Yeah.
all okay. I'm like, no, we've got to go back in. I just couldn't talk. When like it's grief where you've got a lump in your throat where you can't speak for fear of
Yeah.
crying. So it was like that. And then we went back through to the breast unit, and the waiting room was weirdly completely empty in such a short space of time. So we just held on
Okay.
to each other, stood in the waiting room holding each other, waiting to find out, what are we going to do now? What do we do next? How bad is this? But they
Yeah.
can tell straight away. They can tell from the mammogram and the ultrasound if it is definitely cancer. So it's graded
Wow.
from 1 to 5, and both of mine for the mammogram and the ultrasound was 5, which means 100% without doubt cancer. And it's this case
Oh
of
no.
biopsy is to confirm what type of cancer and how they're going to treat it. So then I had to go back a
God.
week later for the results of the biopsy. Found out it is an aggressive type,
Oh
given two
no.
given two options, surgery and then chemo, or chemo then surgery. But because it's in my lymph nodes, I decided to have the chemotherapy first. I thought it goes in your lymph nodes. Chemotherapy thought that it's gone anywhere else, and then I had surgery. So that's and then I had to have radiotherapy afterwards. So I
Oh
had to have
blimey.
the works basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was I certainly wouldn't wish it on anyone at all. And
Yeah.
the
I
thing
know a
is,
friend, he got it. Well, not obviously the same sort, but I think his was throat. So he tries to be positive. He went in, he thought, I'm gonna kick its ass. But Jesus,
yeah,
burnt throat and
yeah.
yeah.
So I told all of my friends because I'm very aware that when I was told I had cancer, I thought I'm going to die. I've just found out I'm going
Mm.
to be a nan, first time nan, and my son
Oh
was going through
wow.
his second year of A levels, and I just thought I'm going to die because you automatically think that when you're told you've got cancer, it's a death sentence.
That's it. Yeah.
So I'm not the sort of person that wants people to feel sorry for me. Sort that. Just get on with
Mm,
it. Just go in, bull in the china shop, and do what you need to do to get to the end. And that's what I
that's
did. And I told
right.
my friends, I do not want your sympathy. Don't want you to treat me any different. If you're feeling a bit emotional, don't come and see me. Wait until you've sorted
That's
yourself out,
yeah.
then come in and see me. And then, if you're emotional, I just need to leave the room a minute. And I'll understand why. I don't want to see you
Oh,
crying because that doesn't help me at all.
no.
So I confronted the whole thing with humor. I've had various names going through the stages of hair loss and hair growth.
Oh
Um,
wow.
Leslie Lisa, um, Andy from Andy and Lou from Little Britain. I've been them as well. I think at the moment I'm either Brenda or Belinda. I can't remember what she's calling me this time round. Yeah, but no, I think it's funny, absolutely hilarious. You know, yeah. So
Yeah.
I've faced it with humour, but you have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been good. I can hear footsteps. This is my husband. I'm
Oh,
on
bless
YouTube.
you.
Darling, I'm
Hiya.
on YouTube. Oh,
Oh, it depends on the hairstyle that
I'm
day.
on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
That's him.
Oh my god, I'm so glad he had clothes on that. It could have been so
I know.
completely different.
It was probably a close run thing, to be fair.
Oh, it does make me laugh so much. Honestly, we've laughed a lot. We really have, yeah.
Yeah, at least he is
Oh,
covered and he
yeah.
had his belt round his waist.
Oh, yeah, thank God for that. Hey, I didn't even hear him come home. He's been poker. Didn't even hear him come home, bless him. Yeah, I did tell him I was doing this, but clearly, he's a man. Don't listen to say, Uh,
Oh,
oh
bless
yeah,
you.
it was close, Bev. Really was close. Yeah.
Extremely close.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Right now, moving on to my naughty book.
The one with a bit of nudity in the
Yeah,
background.
this one.
Nearly.
This one. I've got a friend. I won't mention her name, but she had to skip a whole chapter because it was too
Ooh.
rude. She couldn't read it,
Oh,
which I think is
intriguing.
brilliant because I toned it down as well. Ah,
Wow.
oh dear me.
Never. Unless you've been
Yeah.
through this with a friend, family, no one understands the impact. We laughed, but we did cry, and that was good for both of us. The worst was no hugging. That was beyond awful. Well, yeah, because,
Yeah, it
it's a
was.
natural reaction, isn't it, to
Yeah.
hug?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
And
especially when someone's going through an awful time. And that's my son because he was going to school up until the point that my immune system was so low, he wasn't able to go to school. So he would just stand in the lounge doorway and going, "You all right, mum?" And he
oh,
wouldn't come near me. It's only recently he started to come back near me. Corinne, no hugging is lovely. Look.
bless you.
So this is a challenge for everyone who sees Corinne. They've got to give her a hug because that's just going to be amazing, and it'll make me laugh so much.
Yeah, I was going to say the parameet, but it's going to be too far for you. But yeah, so
Yeah.
in February, we'll just have to
Yes.
go round hugging Karen.
Yeah. Constantly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Everyone take it in turns, just hugging on constantly. Yes. Yeah.
yes,
Definitely.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right. So I'll mention this one very quickly. So this was another one I've done.
yeah,
Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Forget Me Not. So
yeah.
this is an 18-month diary for anyone who's going through a long-term illness. It's 8. So each month is a month to view and then a week to view, and it's got little bits of affirmations. There's a few recipes in there, and a few crafting ideas,
Oh,
important phone numbers, and mood squares. So just to help someone, because when you're going through treatment, you have your treatment, and then for the first week, well, it's longer than the week, but generally the first week you feel your worst, and then you start to recover and you start to feel a bit more like you, and then you go and
yeah.
see a medical professional and you've forgotten how ill you were. So that's the idea of this diary that I've done to, for anyone who's
Oh,
suffering.
wow.
Yeah, even mental health, I suppose it could be useful for that as well, to give you it's not as bad. Today's bad, but yesterday was so much better, just to keep you focused on moving forward.
Yeah, this mental health thing, it's recently impacted me, and I have been with somebody organised by DSS, but that's kind of run out. But at one stage, I was off sick for a few days, and I even struggled to make a coffee in the kitchen.
Oh,
And that's when
crikey.
you realise things are getting a bit much.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it
So I've
can
never
impact
really,
anyone.
had mental health issues that I can remember, but from going through the treatment, my mental health hasn't been great, and yeah, it has stopped me from doing things, and I'll try and
Yeah,
push on, but sometimes you just can't. You can't fight your mind,
that's
and
right.
it has stopped me doing a few things occasionally. Some of my friends know that, I'm not actually poorly, that I'm just actually pulling a sickie on them, and they turn up. They say, "Come on, get your ass out the house. We're going." You
Yeah.
know, yeah, but it's awful because you don't understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling.
Mm.
So that makes it even difficult to try and fight, because you can't put your finger on why, the cause. So you can't put it right. You can't. Please, Robbie, please read the blue bit here. Jacqueline
Yeah.
would definitely get a ban for life. I'm sorry, I can't. You have to buy it. It's on Amazon.
Yeah. But-
Close your ears.
yeah, right. Oh dear. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
few of us want the book. What's it called?
So the naughty one is called Dalton's Demons.
Dalton's Demons. All
Dalton's
right.
Demons, and I'm in the process of writing the second book to Dalton's Demons, and I'm
Oh,
hoping to
okay.
release it by Christmas.
So
So
which chapter shouldn't Robbie look at?
Nava, which chapter did you not read? Because to me it's absolutely fine, but apparently no.
Oh, wow.
I know that when I was writing it, I told Corinne that I said, "This is what I'm doing. I'm writing this." She went, "Oh, okay, well, why not?"
The last one.
The last one. Oh yeah, no, why now? And I sent a chapter to
You sure,
Corinne,
Robbie?
and I'm over 18. I sent a bit of the first chapter to Corinne, and she suddenly found her husband quite attractive, apparently.
Oh
Oh
dear.
dear.
Yes. Robbie is a respectable married man. So
Mm.
congratulations, Robbie. Seen
Oh,
the pictures?
congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. But well, yeah, it must be great to get published, and I'm
Yeah,
trying.
it is. And
It's
it's a sense of achievement as well. And I see whatever happens to me in the future, my books and my writing is kind of my legacy.
yeah,
I can't
that's
look at
right.
shower chairs the same the same light. You're giving it away. um, so
Oh,
I
okay.
just see that's my legacy. It's yeah, my cancer journey is raw, and it's brutal, and it's honest.
Yeah,
Because that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted people to realize that it's not all roses. It is it's mentally and physically hard work going through treatment, and it's
yeah,
not just the treatment, it's the mental, because they don't say, for your cancer you should do this. They just say, well, you can do this or you can do this. You don't know until you get to the end whether you've made the right decision,
wow. Yeah,
because and I had to go for a scan between my second and third chemotherapy. I had to go for a scan to see if the treatment was working on the tumor, and this doctor is absolutely awful. He was obnoxious and he was rude, and he said,
oh
well, it's not
no.
shrunk, it's not, the chemo isn't doing anything. And I had been through hell going through treatment. He said the chemo's not done anything. And then I had a telephone call with my breast cancer nurse, because you're always assigned a cancer nurse specialist
Yeah,
when you're diagnosed. And I said, what are we going to do? Because the treatment's not working. She said it's shrunk a couple of millimeters. Yes, we would expect to see more, but a couple of millimeters is a couple of millimeters.
yeah,
So we'll keep going. So I'm like, okay. And then you still think, if I made the right decision, maybe I should have had a mastectomy and got it over and done with.
yeah,
Just kind of, I don't need anyone, not having any more children, but so, and then I had to have another scan between my fifth and my sixth chemotherapy to see what the treatment had done to the tumor. And
yeah,
I was absolutely gutted, because they said, well, the overall size of the tumor hasn't shrunk. So the tumor had stayed exactly the same size, but it had broken apart. So instead of one big tumor, it was lots of little tumors. And they had to still remove half my boob, basically, they removed.
oh
Um,
gosh.
to remove the tumors, they've got to make sure they exercise enough good flesh around the tumor
Yeah,
to try and ensure that it doesn't come back. and they removed all my lymph nodes. So I've got to be careful of lymphedema and things. So it's just, and then there's medication for the next 5 years. So it's not just once you finish treatment, finish treatment. It's constant, and it'll be next 5 to 10 years. And the maintenance medication you have to go through, and scans and blood tests. So it's still ongoing for the next 5 years at least.
Yeah, because people don't think about that. No. Everyone thinks, you get the diagnosis, is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get treated, then, you've got through it all, and
and it is, it's life-changing, basically. And I see it that it's given me a wake-up call rather than reflecting negatively, like this is crap and that's crap. I see it that this has been my wake-up call, and now I've got the opportunity to do what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to be an author. I wrote Dalton's Demons 3-4 years ago now, I think.
Wow.
So I did that, and that was during COVID, but that's because my business wasn't trading because we had COVID. So I'm like, I'm going to write a book then. I can't just sit and do nothing. But I never thought I would be given this opportunity to become an author and do exactly what I want to do. I'm doing my paranormal, which I absolutely love. I'm, doing ladies at lunch and going out for lunches and coffees with my friends, and I'm doing my, my writing, and let's say I've got so many plans for the future, things I want to do. That's and the majority of it is around helping people. So that happens to me.
That's you, Kelly.
Yeah, it's awful disease. It really is awful. And and the thing is, even if you, like for yourself, Jacqueline, you went for the mammogram, and then it's the waiting.
Yes.
It's the waiting because you don't,
I couldn't book anything. Like, I got a chance to go somewhere. I thought, well, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that in 6 months. I don't know if I can do that holiday in a year.
Yeah.
And
so you kind of,
it's your head.
Yeah. So even if you're just waiting for the results, you kind of put your life on hold, and you try and put it to the back of your mind, but every now and then it creeps forward that it's the what if, the age-old question, what if?
Oh
so
my God,
it's
your mind just goes on overdrive, and it's absolutely shocking. Oh, bless you. Oh, yeah, that's it. Well done to you, though. At least you're free of that.
Yeah,
I'm
here, irritating my friends.
Oh,
I feel very thankful that I'm still here, because it could have so easily gone the other way, through the treatment, how poorly I actually was. But I'm still here, irritating my friends, having a bloody good time doing it. See how much I can get away with.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right.
Oh, okay. I'll research that. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that.
Yeah.
But I was just called in for a routine one, and then wanted to have a go at my doctors for just sort of saying, oh, you've had a lump. We said it's nothing, but actually you have a mammogram, and it's like all of a sudden they're interested. And I think there's 2 years between the two.
Yeah.
So also be careful with your doctors as well.
Yeah. We we question them a lot more, to be fair now.
Yeah, you have to.
With everything I've gone through, because really they should have flagged up, this isn't working for her. This is potentially going to kill her. But no one did. They just, your bloods are fine. Let's keep going. And I don't think they should have done, really, to be honest with you. I think someone should have taken me to one side and had a sit down and say, this isn't working for you. Let's have another look and see what else we can do to get you treated without being so invasive on you.
Yeah.
But I think they've just got a script they've got to read through, and they just stick to the script a lot of the times, unfortunately. They're so busy, they're so understaffed, and you kind of understand it. It's lost its personal touch.
Well, yeah.
In a way. Yeah.
Rob has said, if you want a past life, he says it would be an amazing experience.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah.
So, I'll get you in touch with Robbie. No. Yeah, so I've had past life with Robbie, and it was grim.
Oh, was it?
It's in the book.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, It's very grim. In fact, a medium had kind of warned me, and then I had the past life, and it actually tied in with what the medium had said.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
So that makes it a bit hard. The thing is, like, in the paranormal, we look at
yeah. But
things.
no, it's only the ending which came. You know what I mean? The
Ah,
whole story wasn't what the medium has said.
yeah.
It's just the ending. I ended up in the place where the medium said, sort of.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's
Ah. Oh, the cat. Ah,
bless you.
oh, bless her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well done anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it was nice to meet you at the Paramate.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet you as well, love. It was. I
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed myself. I did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
can't
was
wait for next
wonderful.
year's.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh, yeah, yeah. So I'm going to North one, but it's the May one, isn't it? Bank
yeah,
holiday. So
yes.
yeah,
Sketchy Grange again, isn't it?
I booked the hotel
Oh, have
because I
you?
booked early. I got it cheap, so I've
Oh, I might have
got
a look at that then.
3 nights cheaper than 2 nights this year, and I got
Oh,
food thrown in. So if you book it quick,
I might have to do that
and you
then.
might get before they realise,
Yeah.
and then put the
I,
prices.
Corinne, I did not break the toilet at the hotel. I broke the button to flush the toilet. She keeps telling people I broke the toilet. I didn't actually break the physical toilet.
Oh, bless you.
It was the button. Okay. And I did
Awesome.
apologise to the two very nice young men that had to come and fix it at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, for God's sake. But they were lovely there, though, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, Winchester
Oh,
and Power Meets
I
on. I won't be
know.
at Power Meet in May then.
Oh, can't go hugging you, Karen. We'll have to have a campaign to hug
The Hug
Karen,
Corinne
and
campaign.
everyone sees her.
Yeah, we'll start a Facebook page, the Hug Corinne page, and see how many
Yeah,
people can,
definitely.
type how many times they've hugged her. So you get who wins at the end of the year.
Oh, bless you.
She'll kill me. Oh
So,
dear.
so you have been through like a really difficult journey, and a question which I did ask before we went live: has your sort of view of the sort of the paranormal side sort of changed how potentially you've dealt with something, how you've got through
Um,
everything?
yeah, I think it has because I've always believed that there's something there. We just can't prove that it's there. Um, and I've told all my friends that when I go, I'm gonna give them wet willies in their sleep. So, they're going to know that I'm around, Well, what else are you going to do? Put your name on a Ouija board, speak
Yeah.
through the SB7, or stick your fingers in their ears. To me, you lick your finger, you stick it in their ears, don't you? It's far more entertaining. If not for them, definitely for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
the things
so,
you could do, it's quite worrying, isn't it?
yeah, I know. Especially when you've got a
Ugh.
mind as filthy as mine. Yeah, there's no limit to what I'm going to get up to, I tell you.
Oh my God, better not be your friend then.
Too late.
You could go and haunt Karen.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
I pretend she's a Great Dane like she used to do to me when we shared beds.
I don't want to know.
Oh, honestly, it's so. I've got to tell you quickly. So it's so funny. The first night, so we've shared rooms down at Jamaica in a lot, and we had, I think it's room 4, either room 4 or room 5. We had to share double beds, and they're small doubles because they're 4-posters basically. And we woke up in the morning and I woke up because I was really, really hot because I had her arm and her leg like right over me, cuddling right in. Okay. And she's doing this to my hair, smoothing my hair like this in her sleep. And then she started to come and she rolled onto her side and she's tapping the bed, just making sure that she's still on her side. And I go, yeah, you weren't. I'm like, no, you were stroking my. She went, oh, I thought you were the Great Dane. Like,
Mm.
that makes it so much better, Not only you got lovely smooth hair. No, I thought you were the dog, So
Eesh.
Yes, that
Better
was
not
great
show a
fun.
bad Karen then.
Yeah. You can be the Great Dane as well. It's all good fun.
Oh, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it really is.
But
Yeah,
it all has the energy or
it
something.
it certainly does. It certainly does. Yeah, yeah. We have great
I like.
fun.
Now this is a good question. So, do you think that all of the energy you lose when doing an investigation can affect your health? Ooh.
Um, I think you would have to be doing a lot of investigating, like every single night, for it to affect your
Mm.
health. Yes, it could. I think if you're losing your energy, you can affect your. It will affect your mental health because you're tired.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you can begin to hallucinate and things if you are really, really tired.
Yeah.
As for physical health, I don't know. That's a good question. I think I think you'd have to be doing it a lot, like every single night for a long time, for it to have
Yeah.
an effect on your physical health.
I do know if you do it weekend after weekend, like doubles and things like that, it can hit you after a bit.
Yeah,
And it's so
paranormal hangover.
yeah, but it's
Yeah,
so different to sort of get out the routine of doing an investigation.
yeah. I think we're all
So,
struggling after COVID, trying to get back into the swing of things.
oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, I
2,
remember
3 a.m.
I used to do, like a Friday night, Saturday, sometimes a Thursday night, like one after the other, then have the week off, then do, and I used to do a lot. And
Yeah,
now staying up to that time, I'm like, no, can't do it.
that's right. Like when I host now, generally they finish at 12.
Yeah,
So it's really nice time. And I've had that weird shop in Nottingham and that finished at 12 ideally as well. And
yeah. See,
yeah, it's ideal.
down at the Jamaica, and we still finish between 2 and 2:30.
Yeah,
It's only recently I've had the energy to stay up that late, although I was trying really hard not to fall asleep. I was regretting my choice to stay up. But I did it, and I felt a sense of accomplishment that I managed that because I've not been able to do it for so long.
yeah,
I
that's
think it's
right.
end of this week. It's 2 years ago that I was diagnosed, so I'm
Wow.
still, yeah, it's still
Yeah, it's
quite
still
new, I
very raw.
suppose. Still got a lot of
Yeah,
recovery to go through. So the fact that
yeah.
I was able to do it, I was like, yes, I did it.
Do you
So
still relive it? The fact that, this time, this is when I got diagnosed, this is when this happened, and, a year,
yeah,
2 years down the
yeah,
line.
yeah,
Mm.
definitely. And I get flashbacks a lot as well.
Ooh,
And then I can't understand what that flashback is for. So I'll speak to a friend who's close to me, or a family member, and just say, "What is this? Is this real?" And they're like, oh yeah, that happened,
oh
because
my
my
God.
mind's shut a lot out. So trying to write the book where you can remember some of it, and towards the end of the book, I've been told it reads that like I'm not writing it from my perspective, more third party. But that's purely because I don't remember it, and it is
Oh,
from
bless
speaking
you.
to people and getting flashbacks. Did this actually happen, or have I imagined it? Because I don't remember a lot of it, which I suppose in some
Yeah,
sense is a bloody good thing, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So
bad enough when you get something like the flu and you're like sleeping
yeah,
awake. But for
yeah,
you, it's a
yeah,
marathon, isn't it?
yeah.
Like, how long were you in hospital for?
Um, so it varied from 3 nights up to nearly 2 weeks for different
Yeah.
admissions. The last one I was on the cardiac ward, and that's because my resting heart rate was 168.
Oh, that's
I
scary.
had sepsis for the third time,
Shit.
and they asked me to sign the DNR. Yeah, so I think I was in for about 2 weeks then. Yeah,
I know
yeah,
sepsis. Yeah.
it's awful,
My mum
awful.
had it diagnosed on the Friday and she died on the Monday.
Yeah, it's
It's
it's a silent
shocking and
killer.
scary.
It's a silent killer because you don't realise. You
No,
don't realise.
you just you get an infection somehow and you've just no idea. And they're getting better at diagnosis now, but it's
Yeah,
it's not an easy one.
no,
And I
no,
know quite a few who've had it and got through it, and
yeah,
you just don't realise.
no, you don't. no. So I know that my husband, every time he came in, he was like, "Oh God, if she's still here," because he didn't, and that must have been absolutely awful for him,
Yeah.
you know. And he told, our son what was going on, because we've we've never believed in lying to our children because it's easier, sometimes life is crap and they're going to be adults eventually, so they need to realize these things. So if Harris never has ever asked us anything, even my daughter Rachel, when she was younger, she asked us a question, regardless of how awkward the answer is, we always told them the truth. So
Yeah.
if Harrison would say to Simon, how's mum, Simon would tell him the truth. Well, it's not looking good, mate. you
So what
know
age are you talking?
So my son was 17,
Right. Okay.
and my daughter was 27 when I was
Right.
diagnosed. Yeah, and she
Yeah.
just found out she's pregnant, so it's hard on
Yeah.
her because she thought, I'm going through having a baby, and my mum might not be here.
Want to see Granny? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but he's I love
y-
my grandson. He's fantastic.
yeah.
He is. Yeah, yeah,
Brilliant.
bundle of fun. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, you've just got to keep moving forwards. You
Oh
haven't,
gosh.
get each hurdle and just shake the hell out of it, throw it to one side and keep going.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
you've got
it.
to do. You have.
So what are your plans ahead now, apart from the other side? What you
So,
are going to do, which you wouldn't even have considered before?
this podcast.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, no, never in a million years would you have found me doing this at all.
Wow.
Although
Well
I
done.
was very excited, I was also like, oh my God, what the hell am I doing? I'm going to make a complete dick of myself. Because
Oh no,
generally
you
I
bloody
do,
awesome.
to be fair. Generally, I make a complete idiot of myself and I can't help it. I don't have a filter
Oh.
between my brain and my mouth, and it just, bleh, I vomit words.
Oh,
So
bless
I want
you.
to continue doing my writing.
Yeah.
Um, I want to continue doing my paranormal. I want to travel with
Yeah.
friends and family. I want to get wise eyes. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm going to start a YouTube channel around my
Yay.
cancer journey as well, which I've actually got some stuff arrived today to set that up. So it'll be a YouTube channel. It'll be question and answers for anyone struggling. It's not just the cancer patient, but someone who knows someone.
Mhm.
How do I deal with this? And there'll be like helpful little snippets on there. And I want to do some talks around how you can help someone get through, the worst
That's
time
a
of their life.
biggie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be hard for me. Yes, I like to talk, but I don't really do people that much.
Yeah, but
I'm very much,
it's because it's personal as well.
yeah,
Y- It it's how you sort of work in your head so you can deliver without
yeah.
it
It's
hitting.
kind of like shutting yourself off
Yeah.
and just going for it. But
Yeah.
I just, I've always been not a people pleaser, but I've always been one. I want to make people better. I want to help them. I want to fix them. So that's what I want to do. And I think using my experience, if I can make the whole thing easier for people, like,
Yeah.
so when I was diagnosed, I was assigned an oncologist. From that day to this, I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her since. So if she had seen me going through, she'd have realized how ill I was, and I don't think I would have been quite so ill.
Oh my God.
So that needs to change. Yes, I just want to help people. I just want to make it better for people. And if
Yeah.
me coming on here and talking about it and writing my book and doing talks and the YouTube channel, if it helps one person not be ignored and feel like they're a leper with their friends, then it's worth it. It's got to be worth
Yeah.
it. You know, just help one person. That's all you got to do. If we all
Yeah,
help
that's
one
it.
person, can you imagine how much greater the world would be if we all just,
Oh God,
put
yeah.
ourselves out of our comfort zone and helped one person?
Yeah.
The world would be
I
amazing.
I do try and help people in the background,
Yeah,
because so many people go through things and,
yeah,
if some words can just help
yeah,
and even actions, and like
yeah,
recently went to Scotland. I was 2 weeks on my own, but I met up with people. But Eileen and Tommy, the last 3 days, oh wow, it's just incredible to have company and
yeah,
being shown places and Wow.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
I, I was
heartbreaking to
concerned.
leave.
I was concerned when you said about you got really bad wind. I was concerned you were going to lose your tent halfway through the night. You
Oh.
know, so
We took a different tent. We
yeah, that's good.
oh blimey, we've had trouble with inflatables. Oh,
Oh.
you're Italian.
No, she's being funny. One of my
Oh, I know.
ornithologists was Italian, and I'm sure you've heard the story, and I don't think I need to relay it anymore. It involves spicy meatballs. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll tell you. I don't think this is the right place for it. She's just very naughty, Corinne. You need to control
Yeah.
yourself, love.
Karen
I
is
know what she's
yeah,
doing. She's like again. She's
trying to
typing.
get into trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a nightmare, honestly. I've tried for the past 10 years to control that woman. I've just given up. You know, it's not happening. I'm sorry. I apologise to the world. I have tried. You know?
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I want to thank you so much for this chat. And
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
also, you are helping me out as well in a
I
special
am. Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I
Yes.
am. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will have to. Oh, now you've mentioned little snippets. I'm gonna be very eager to read the rest of it. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. We will discuss.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
No, we'll get there.
Lisa
Don't you worry.
is helping me publish my first book. So
Yay.
yeah. And
It's gonna be amazing.
oh, I keep like I had a meltdown about it yesterday. I had a meltdown. I'm just in a meltdown mood at the moment, but you go through
Oh.
these stages, don't you? And
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's
Yeah, you'll get there. Don't you worry. I'll help
oh
you.
God, bless you.
I
Yeah.
will.
So your books then, so
Yeah.
it's under the name Lisa Jane Holman, is it?
Yep. Lisa Jane Holman on Amazon. They're all on there. And I've done some notebooks as well.
Right.
There's a flamingo one. There's
Oh
two
dear,
bat ones.
flamingo.
Coffins. I'll tell you very, very if we've got time. Very, very quickly. So the flamingo thing is my friend
Oh no.
Lava, she came. I wanted to go swimming, and she got the real cruel but excellent idea. Because getting into the pool isn't the problem; it's getting out. So her idea is get in the pool, just push you, you're in, swim, sorted. You want to get out, giant inflatable flamingo. You hold on to it, and we pull it out. So that's why I've done the flamingo notebook, because I thought it's funny. There's everything
Bless you.
flamingos now because it's hilarious.
Flamingos outside tents means something completely different, but we won't go there.
No, that's pineapples. That is pineapples and
No,
pampas grass.
flamingos as well.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
My husband doesn't know that one.
Yeah.
He knows the pineapples and the pampas grass because I said I want to get some to annoy the neighbours.
Yeah,
But if I get some
flamingos.
big metal flamingos, he doesn't know that means that. Oh, amazing. I'm going on Amazon in a minute.
Yeah, I get some flamingos.
I'm going to stick flamingos in my windows.
Yeah, I went camping with my mates, so I stuck one outside their tent.
Oh, brilliant.
As you do. But, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Not guilty.
Oh, it's really, really good.
But yeah.
Oh dear. Excellent. So if you see me in a flamingo t-shirt, you know exactly why I'm wearing it.
Yeah, it's a statement. Well and
Oh,
truly. But yeah, thank you so much. It's been
thank you for
incredible
inviting me. It's been amazing.
conversation, and yeah, thank you. I
Thank you.
think we've chatting to so many people. I never think that people are going to be concerned or nervous, and I kind of have to be more mindful of that.
Yeah.
I've been
That's
doing it like
something you haven't
nearly.
done before. It's pushing yourself outside your comfort zone,
Yeah.
isn't it? And I've never done. I did one years ago for the Jamaica, but I just sat there looking pretty as much as I can.
You could get a word in with Karen. Was that it?
Not really, no.
That's I think she's gone.
And the thing is, if you're online, you can't poke her and tell her to get to the point, which I tend to do an awful lot with her. Like, get to the point, shut up.
Funny. But
Yeah, bless.
But thanks everyone for your comments, and
Thank you so much.
take care, and thanks so much, Lisa.
No, thank you for inviting me. It's
Oh,
been amazing.
cheers! She's here. Yeah.
Always do, yeah, like a bad smell, look.
But take care, and thanks so much, everyone, and
All right, take
thank you
care.
for your time. All right.
Bye.